In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front fenders on this Ram 1500. Let's get into it. Using an 8mm socket, we're going to take these bolts out. If you need to, you can turn the wheel to one side or another just to access. There's another one up here. Take this one out. Over here. These two right here. With a trim tool, there's a few push pins. You want to pop those out. This one broke, that's okay. Up top, there's another one. Pop that one down. And in the back, pop that one out. There we go. Now the inner fender well is loose. And just push it in. Just pop it out. See, there's some wires in the back if you want to pull it out completely. Just use the trim tool and just pop those wire retainers out. And it just slides right out. We're going to take this cover off. Just use a trim tool, get under the push pins, pop those out. Should be one right there. And slide it out. We're going to remove the headlight. Use a 10mm ratchet wrench. Take this bolt out. Using a 10mm socket, a long extension, we're going to loosen the bolt down here at the base of the headlight. And using a magnet, take the bolt out. And behind the headlight, you're going to push this lever up. And you should be able to slide it out. And the headlight should just pop out. If you need to, you can use a trim tool. Just pull it out a little bit. Just slide it out. And we'll disconnect the connectors. There's a little retainer right here. Pop that off. And push down. And then another connector here. There's a little lock. I'm going to slide that lock back. Push down on the lock tab. Slide it off. We're going to take these two bolts out, use a 13mm socket. Using a 10mm socket, take this bolt out. And actually, before I take it out completely, we're just going to leave it in a couple threads. There's another one up top here. Do the same. Just leave that in a couple threads, just so the fender doesn't fall. Once the other bolts are out. Underneath here, there is a screw. You can just pull this part of the cowl up. It's rubber. Peel it out of the way just so you can access that bolt. Use the 10mm socket. screw out. Now open the door, and you can see there's a bolt right there. Use a 10mm socket, take that one out. Inside the fender, you can see there's a bolt right here. It's the same 10mm socket. Take that out. Down below, we'll take these two bolts out, use a 10mm socket. Inside here on the front, we're going to take this bolt out, use a 10mm socket. That loosens this part of the bumper off. Then this lower bracket, there's a 10mm bolt on the other side of that. Take that off. Slide that out. That's loose. With the door opened, we're gonna pull the fender off. If this is the original fender, there is some foam right here. You may have to heat it up to get the adhesive to loosen up from the vehicle. I'll take these upper bolts out. Just grab the fender. Just try to slide it out. And it comes right off. I take the fender, I'll just line this up very carefully. I'm going to get this lined up under these two clips right there. You might have to make adjustments, but get the bolts lined up. Get all the bolts started first. This one right here. Just make sure the fender lines up top here. You can kind of see where the paint was. Get that to line up close. And then we'll snug this one up first. You can close the door. Just take a look, make sure that lines up pretty good, and make any adjustments that you need to. And on the inside, just make sure that's lined up with the door. You can push or pull it out, and then snug it up. And on the inside, just make sure that's lined up with the door. You can push or pull it out, and then snug it up. Good. Down below, snug these two up. Up top, snug these down. Just want to close the hood slowly, just to make sure it lines up. And if you have to make adjustments there, this looks good. Snug this one up. Alright, that's good. Put these two bolts in. Tighten those down. And tighten this one up. Snug that down. Take this trim and just slide it in place. Line this up and put the bolt through. Get that started. Tighten that down. Take the headlight, connect the connector, slide down on the lock, connect the other connector, push that lock down, and then you can push the retainers in. Slide this in position. Push and grab the lock and just pull that down. Lock that in place. Now I'll take the bolt. I'm just going to use a little masking tape on the socket to hold it in and just slide it down. And before I tighten that one up, let's get this other bolt in, so it lines up. All right, that's good. Now we can tighten these. Snug that down. And tighten this one down. Snug that down. Slide this cover in place. And push all the push pins in. Take the inner fender well, slide it in place. Any of the wires that were attached on the back, you want to push those in position. This piece just fell off earlier. Put that back on and line that up. Just put the bolts in here. And get the other bolts in. One more down here. And the bolt right here. And the other bolt right there. And I'll take the push pins, line those up. Push those in. Another one up here. Lock that one down. And the one in the back. Get that lined up. And push that one in. Now tighten all the bolts down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.